Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today is October 20th, 2020, and today, as I said yesterday, I am now making my election prediction 2 weeks away from the election. So we are just 14 days away from the election, and things are starting to close up a little bit. Not really, but like, if you look at RCP, they are closing up, and if you look at 538, not so much. But so basically, yeah, I'm going to be making my election prediction. It probably won't be much different from my last one, but some things will most likely change. But yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see, I already characterized all the safe states, but now I'm going to just be going over all the Republican states that will most likely be safe, but will have likely margins. And that does include Indiana, but I did just characterize it as safe. But yeah, these are basically Republican states that will be likely margins. But as in terms of who will win, I think that they are safe for Donald Trump. And if we go to Joe Biden, I would characterize that as Virginia, Colorado, New Hampshire, and Nevada. So these are like the real toss-ups now that are left. So let's get into the prediction. So as of Donald Trump, the lean states that I would consider likely, kind of like what I did with the likely safe states, would be South Carolina and Alaska. Just because I think that Donald Trump will win them by around 6-5%. Alaska, there was a really big, the polls were very incorrect, but this time around, I don't think that they will be as incorrect, as polling has gotten significantly better. But we will see. It definitely could be a likely, but I will keep it as a lean for now, just to be like extra safe. And as for Joe Biden, what I would characterize that as, Minnesota, I think that it will be by a lean margin, but in terms of who will win, I think that it will be likely. But let's get into the actual states and their actual margins. They're like actual margins. So yeah, these are like the actual margins. But okay, let's get into the actual prediction now. I will stop stalling. But so you can see all of the toss-ups on this election map, and out of all of these, I think Michigan will be lean, likely as in terms of Joe Biden winning it, because now Donald Trump only has an 8% chance there, according to 538. 8% chance, and I'm sure in the Economist it's even lower. Both accurately almost predicted the 2016 election. They had Donald Trump winning 1 in 3 chances, which is not bad. And now the Economist has Donald Trump only at a 7% chance of victory. That is horrible for an incumbent president. Somebody who had a 1 in 3 chance of winning now has an 8 in 100, which is about a 1 in 10. So that sucks. And also what I would characterize as Michigan would be Wisconsin. Out of the Rust Belt, I do think Pennsylvania will be the closest, and the Rust Belt does not include Ohio and Iowa, in my characterization anyway. But out of these 4 states, I think Pennsylvania will be the closest, and I honestly think either Michigan or Minnesota will be the most left. I'm honestly leaning towards Michigan because Donald Trump has a better chance of winning Minnesota than he does Michigan, which surprises me a lot, as he won Michigan in 2016. But now let's go to the singular Donald Trump lean that I have with these two, which would be Texas. Texas, he's leading by a little over 1% in 538 polls. I don't think that the polls will be as incorrect as 2016. In the Democrats' favor, that is. But I think that it will be closer than a lot of us would expect. A lot of us would expect Donald Trump to win it by like 7%. I don't think it will be that drastic of a margin. I think that it will be around 2 or 3%. But like 538 suggests, I don't think that it will be around a 3% margin. But that's just me. You can have your own opinion on that. I don't care. And now, out of these last states, Every single one is a tilt. And I don't even have any candidate winning. So that should tell you how close I think this election will be. Every single one will be tilt except for one district, but I always cover Nebraska's 2nd district and Maine's 2nd district last. Sometimes I'll do Maine's 2nd district with Texas, but not this time around. But anyway, let's get into these last tilt states. Hard to believe every single one of these, besides the 2 districts, is tilt. Oh, I just got a text from Trump. I'll turn off my notifications for a sec. But anyway, so let's get into the tilts. The number one tilt that I don't think is surprising would be Iowa going to Donald Trump. I believe Joe Biden is still winning in the 538 polls. I could be wrong. I have not checked them in a couple days. But the last time I did check, Joe Biden was leading by 0.8%. Don't think that'll happen. I think Donald Trump will win it by around 1%. But in these tilts, I'm doing that by 2% or lower. So I would say Donald Trump would win it by a little over a percentage point, but not by too much. It could be a lean, but I'm characterizing it as a tilt. And the next state I'm going to characterize for Joe Biden would be Arizona, I think. I think he will win it by a little over a percentage point, maybe 2 percentage points. But, or actually, I don't know. It's tough to categorize, but as of right now, I think Joe Biden will win it by around like 1.8 percentage points, maybe. But I do think that it has a very good potential at being a lean. Like right now, I'm like 55% sure it's a tilt, 45% it's a lean. So like I flip-flop between those two quite a bit. I believe in my last prediction, I put this as a lean. But as of right now, I do think that it will be a tilt. And I will be doing another one of these in a week, as you could attend to, of my last election prediction. Alrighty. Now, these last states are hard to characterize besides like 2 of them. But anyway, I'll just get right into it. Pennsylvania, I'm characterizing for Joe Biden. As of terms of winning it, I think it's a lean or a likely. Same with every single Rust Belt state. But if I have to go by margin, I think that it has a lot more potential of being a lean than a tilt. But I'm going to put it as a tilt, as Joe Biden's lead is now of 5.6 percentage points, which obviously isn't bad. That's very good, as Hillary Clinton was only leading by a little over a percentage point in 2016 on Election Day, meaning that it only swung by around 1.7 to like 2.3 percentage points, which is not bad. That doesn't make the polls incorrect there from 2016. But I think that the race will narrow up, and I think Joe Biden will win Pennsylvania by a tilt. I think that it will narrow up, but not as much as everybody expects, because time is running out for Donald Trump. But the reason why I'm making this as tight as I am is because in 2016, the last 2 weeks to the election were almost pretty much what decided it. Because, I mean, Hillary Clinton had, according to 538, I believe an 83% chance of victory as of, like, today. Somewhere between, like, 75 and 83. Joe Biden has an 87, 88, I believe. Which is obviously not bad. But, like, right now, I'll make, like, a pretend little graph right here. Let's say this is Hillary Clinton. She went down drastically. She went down by a lot. Then on Election Day, as she was going down, that was right there. And, so, yeah. I don't think that Joe Biden will win by as much as we think. But, I do think that Joe Biden will win. But right now what I think will happen is that Joe Biden will go way up, and then it'll drop a little bit. But I don't think it will drop too much, because people are mad at Donald Trump, and that's happening now. So, I think that this will stay as Joe Biden victory. But let's get into these last 4 states. Florida, I would say tilt Biden. I think Joe Biden will win it by a little over a percentage point, but I don't think he will win it by a lot. So I'm characterizing this as a tilt, as I think that he will win it by a little over a percentage point, possibly 2 percentage points, but I don't want to go on too much of a leap. Then these last 3 states, and I guess you could say 2 districts, but these last 3 states were really hard to categorize, in my opinion, because these are all super close states, and yeah, like in 538, Georgia was just a Joe Biden state. Now it's a Trump state, and it's been flipping back and forth a little bit. So Georgia is really hard to categorize. North Carolina, Joe Biden's expected to win it by a percentage point or 2. Definitely could narrow up. Ohio just went into the Trump column. So these are all hard to categorize, but I'm going to go with the one that's the least hard to categorize. And for me, that would be Ohio. Ohio, I do think, will be a tilt Trump state. Not by very much, but I think Donald Trump will win it by a little over a percentage point, maybe less than a percentage point. But I think that it will go in the Donald Trump column. Alrighty, now I'm going to save these 2, and I'm actually going to categorize Maine's 2nd District. Joe Biden is expected to win it as it stands today in 538, but I do think Trump will narrowly come out on top. Not by much, but I think that he will narrowly come out on top. Obviously, this could change. Joe Biden could win it, but you never know. Sorry about that. That was my PS4. My headphones detach. But I do think Donald Trump will win it, but I don't think it will be by much. Maybe a little over a percentage point. Who knows? But yeah. Sorry, guys. Just a sec. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to categorize these 2 last states real quick. But alrighty. So I'm going to characterize the district actually first, which I think will go for Joe Biden. You could disagree with me there, but I think that it will go for Joe Biden by a lean margin. He's leading by around 7% in the polls, which obviously, it being an only 1-point district, could swing a lot, but I don't think it will if he has that strong of a lead. Obviously, we saw that in Maine's 2nd District, but we did not see that in Nebraska's 2nd District in 2016. It was actually pretty close. But I will characterize it for Joe Biden. And now these 2 last states. Number 1, I'm going to North Carolina, and I'm going to characterize that for Joe Biden. Joe Biden has a strong lead here, and it's been in his column for a little over a month, I believe. And Donald Trump has not been seeming to gain ground there. Donald Trump is actually losing ground there, if anything, in my opinion. But, I mean, you never know. Donald Trump could pull back and win it, but I do think that it will be a tilt state for Joe Biden. And Georgia, this is the state that's been flipping back and forth. And, like, just a couple days ago, I did think that it would go for Joe Biden. But now it's in Donald Trump's column. Joe Biden is still leading in the polls, but I'm going to have to give it to Donald Trump. It's narrowing up, and I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that Joe Biden will not win it, and that Donald Trump will win it by a little under a percentage point, by around 0.8, 0.9 percentage points. I do not think Joe Biden will win Georgia. I just do not see it happening this time around. But I can see Donald Trump winning it. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I will be doing another one of these in a week, and I will see you guys, who knows.